All right, cool. Now, the audio is all working now, so you can like start.
All right, guys. Welcome to the Intro to TinkerCAD workshop. This is hosted by IEEE Tech Committee, IEEE UTD. This is part 2 of our series of workshops. Welcome to the Intro to TinkerCAD workshop.
Today,
This is hosted by IEEE Tech Committee,
the sign-in link. So for the people
this
who are
is
showing up
part
now,
2.
please.
All right, guys.
You'll have a QR
Welcome
code
to the
sign
Intro
in.
to TinkerCAD
About like a couple minutes.
I think I might have messed up, but it's fine. I had a. I had to mute.
I'm confused.
I had to mute the YouTube thing that was playing in the background. But yeah, all right.
Wait, so do I still go?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Just give it a couple more minutes. All right, we'll just give it one more minute. Okay. I'll come back to this slide for the people who came in late. You can scan the QR code with your phone and whatnot, and then join in through the form there. So, basics of TinkerCAD is it's an online simulation tool for 3D modeling, circuit design, coding, and it's free lesson plans. And basically, what you're going to be doing is, since we can't meet up physically, right? What the tech committee does is we meet up physically. We have the tools set out for you, Arduinos and whatnot for your workshops. But since we have to meet virtually due to COVID times, we're going to be using TinkerCAD as like a bridge, and you can mess with an Arduino virtually. Their circuit components include Arduino sensors, motors, logic gates, and more. Code and simulate all in one place, and it's completely free and versatile and convenient. You can do however many projects, whatever many projects. It doesn't even have to be circuits. It can be like CAD programs too. So that's the cool thing about TinkerCAD. So if you don't know what an Arduino is, the basics are it's a microcontroller, and it's the size of your credit card. It's pretty cool. It's versatile. It's low price. People who use it are like hobbyists, makers, artists, and students. And we're going to be using it today in order to work with the keypad. So to create a TinkerCAD account, you go to tinkercad.com and you click on the big join in button on the top right corner. Once you click that, you click on create your own personal account. And then you sign in with whatever email you want to use, whether it be UTD or your personal one. Once you sign in, you go to the left column and click circuits, and then create a new circuit. And you're ready to create. This is for the people who haven't been to the last workshop and didn't create one. If you came to the last workshop and created one, you can just sign into your account and start from create. So what is a keypad? And how does it function? So basically a keypad, if most of you don't know, which I think all of you do, is the function is a section of most computer keypads, and it allows an individual to quickly input numeric values into a computer. For example, the keypad is often used for anyone who deals with numbers frequently or has to perform calculations with software calculator. So it's usually on like the right-hand side of your keypad if you don't have a laptop, or if you do, which is if it's usually a bigger laptop, the keypad's on the right side. And it's kind of set up like an array. Keypad is usually part of the keyboard array, used for calculations, inputting number crunching, and usually a lot of accountants or people who deal with numbers in their job use it. Okay, so we're going to go to TinkerCAD now. All right, so here's my account. I'm going to circuits, hitting new design. Once we go here, we're going to go to all components. You're going to type in Arduino. Click this. Sometimes it takes a while, so you got to wait for it to load. And then you just click again to set it here. Once you do that, we're going to type in Keypad. It should be a 4x4 keypad array. And once you click it, you set it up here. And then to zoom out, you can just press Control and then use your mouse scroll button to zoom out. And then you click on the outside space in order to move whichever way you want. So here we go. All right. So what we're going to do now is very simple hardware setup wise. Is we have 8 pins here, right? So there's 4 for rows, meaning like 4 rows, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 4 columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we're going to do is set up each pin to a digital pin on the Arduino real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my column pins to 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you can put them on any pin you want to, but you have to accommodate it for the code, which I'll show you later. So I'm going to put row 4 here, 7, and 9. All right, so this is essentially the hardware setup. That's it. Nothing complicated, no breadboards. That's it, pretty simple. And here comes the hard part, or the harder part, not very hard. So we're going to be using text because we're college level engineers and that's what we're going to be expected to use. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. So you're going to want to hit code. I think it should be in the library. So if you go to libraries and you see Keypad, this is a library that you can use to work with the keypad essentially. So you press that and that should allow you to start the code with keypad functions. So we're going to type const. So before I continue, does anyone have any questions that needs to be answered? We'll just wait for people to catch up just in case. Give it a couple minutes. If you have any questions, Alan's there as a moderator to answer any of your questions. So type it in the chat. If you have any questions, you can type it in the comments or just reach out to one of us. But mainly type it in the chat. All right, I'm not hearing anything, so I'm assuming Alan's got it covered. So I'm going to keep going with the code. So first off, we're going to type const byte rows equals 4. And then const byte columns equals 4. Actually, so this is just for the 4 rows. So we put 4 because of the 4 rows we have, and 4 columns because of the 4 columns we have. Now we're going to set up the array. All right, so This is how you're going to do it. Oops. What we're doing right now is we are setting up the array. So it's going to kind of look like the setup on the keypad itself, but we're doing it in the code. So once you have the first line set up, you can just go ahead, copy, and paste it over to the next. Oops. Oof. And so you're gonna have 4 lines essentially. But you're gonna change each of these lines to match what the keypad looks like. So this will be 4, this will be 5, this will be 6, this will be B, so on and so forth. 7, 8, it's gonna be 9, C, and I'll come back to U. So on the star and what is known as pound sign, we're going to use different letters for them because just not to confuse it with the coding language, because this can be multiply in coding language, but we're going to use S for star, and for people, we're going to use H for hashtag, or you can use P for pound, but take out that last comma. You don't want that last comma. Then finish it off right here with your rows and columns. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to type the code that connects the keypad to the Arduino. So, byte, row. What I did here is I have byte rows, and 9876 are the ports I connected them in to the Arduino. So if you look, here's row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. Let me zoom in real quick. So row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, they're connected to digital pins 9, 8, 7, 6. So you can guess it, we're going to do the same thing with the columns. So they're going to be here. All pins. Five, four, three, two. Don't forget to add an equal sign. All are good at coding, unlike me. Haha. Anyway, now we're going to do keypad. Oh. Oops. Finish this real quick. Pins. All pins. Rows. And calls. Oops. Scan this out real quick. Okay. So this is just to initialize all the variables that you're going to be using. So keypad key maps is just to help you work with the keypad interface. So then we're also going to be using string the underscore passcode is equal to string. So the purpose of this is it's going to be string essentially, even though the user is going to input the numbers for the passcode, quote unquote. All right. So once that's done, you do void setup and the parentheses, another set of parentheses, and you do serial dot begin 960. So for those of you who don't know, the point of this is so that we can use the serial monitor down here. Now 960 is just 9,600 bits per second is how much information is being transferred so that you can see it on the serial monitor. If you had Dr. Kogan in EE1202, you're going to be using TinkerCAD. We at least did for the transition from regular classes to COVID classes if you did not have a TI Launchpad. So when you're doing her projects, this might be an interesting little bit to know. All right, so next part is void loop. So this is where we're going to be setting up our loop statements within the code. Char key is equal to key and dot get key. Right. If first statement is if key does not equal no key underscore key. Now the variable no key is within the library, so it should be able to work. Set v underscore passcode equal to v underscore passcode plus key. Should be it. All right, so within this one, let me wait till, actually, yeah, let's just wait till everybody can catch up to this point. Just a couple seconds. And if you have any questions at this point, you can ask Alan in the chat just to make sure everybody's on the same page. All right. Gonna assume everybody's good, so we're gonna go back to the next line. So we're gonna add an if statement right here real quick. It says if he equal a, then serial print line. I'm gonna say enter password. Want a space there, just like that. Right. So what this does is in order to start using the keypad, you have to press A. So once you press A, the text enter password will come. And actually, my bad, forgot a little bit. You can say enter the password, but you have to let the user enter a passcode, right? So this lets the user enter whatever they want as the string. So again, like I said, in order to access the keypad, you're going to have to press A, and then the serial monitor will prompt you to enter a password, and then it allows, this part of the code allows the user to enter whatever combination of numbers and letters they want. Now, getting it right is a different thing. Here's how we set that up. So if key equal D, then down a bit. And we serial dot print line validate password. So what this is doing is checking if the password is correct. So you can type in whatever key you want, and this part is just to check. So we as coders can say what we want as the right code combination, and everything else can be wrong. So here's how it'll make more sense if I keep going. 1 minute. Right. So when I said if statement, oh, let's go back 1 line. If v underscore passcode equal. All right, so let's do 159D. All right. So once we have that, so I'm setting this as the passcode for the keypad. So the user has to type in 159D in order for it to be the correct passcode. So I'm going to say serial.print line access granted. Pretty professional, huh? It's fine. Okay, so the next thing we're doing is pretty simple. It's an else statement that says basically if anything else was typed, access denied. Just copy this and change it to manipulate access denied. And then, oops. And then you fix your brackets right here real quick. So we have one that's from here. We have another one for void setup. And then we have a general one at the end. Now, that's it for the code. Hopefully. Let's pray for no errors. All right. Let's see, line 23. Void loop. Let's see. Serial is not declared in the scope. What's up, Alan? Lol. Good catch. Okay, so it works. All right, so here we are. We're pressing A. I think. Should work. Enter passcode. Okay, so that's how we prompt it. So let's say we set up our passcode to be 159D. Let's see what happens when we press something else. So 1478D. Password denied. So access denied. It validates the password first, and then it checks to see if it's this code right here, and if it's not, it says access denied. So let's try again. So enter passcode 159D, and then press D again, and it says validate password, access granted. So you can play around with this. You can put, obviously this number can be whatever you want it to be. It's pretty cool. So that's how you use the keypad function. We'll be using this more later in the semester, or you can mess with this with yourself. There's a lot of combinations you can do with the keypad and use it for many various different uses if you want, for fun projects. So that's it for now. It was a pretty simple hardware setup, pretty simple code, about like 50 lines or so. I just did a mistake here on the serial begin. Make sure it's capital. Thank you, Alan, for catching my mistake. Y'all are better than that. Y'all can do better than that. But that's it. So that's all for the keypad, and we're gonna end it right here with hopefully it comes through. Thank you for joining, and please sign in if you have not. So I will go back into the sign-in sheet and let that sit there for a couple minutes. So for those of you who are seeing this and didn't show up for like the first 5 minutes of the live stream, this is a sign-in sheet that we want you all to sign in just to make sure that you said, hey, I came to the workshop. And we'll involve you with a bunch of IEEE stuff later, and probably another workshop that we're having next week, I think. Well, we'll send that out with on Instagram and Discord. So we'll let y'all know, and we'll be prepared ahead of time. Sorry for the delay, if anything. We just had some minor technical issues. How ironic. But yeah, other than that, that's it. Thank you for joining. Have a good day.